It's Leake Academy girls basketball on Monday afternoon, February 28, and it's good to be playing at the end of February. That means you are still alive in the state overall tournament. MAIS action moves to the campus of Mississippi College for the semifinals and for the finals. Today it's the first of two girls semifinals as your Leake Academy Rebels take on Hartfield Academy, the second seed from or the number 2 team, I should say, after the 6A tournament. And Hartfield defeated the Class 4A state champion Lamar Christian 64-31 in the quarterfinals Friday. And, of course, the Rebels won a dramatic 31-30 victory over Presbyterian Christian back in Friday night up in Madden. And we're glad to have you with us. Got Billy Steen as our studio engineer. Philip Palmertree, glad to be back with you and hope you're hearing us loud and clear on Cruisin' 98. The Cruisin' 98 mobile app. There's an audio stream available at cruisin98news.com, and you can also go to the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel and get an audio-only version of this game, but it's high-quality audio, better than we can do over a cell phone line, and hope you can enjoy that. We appreciate the help with the folks at Mississippi College getting us set up here, and MAIS rules do not allow us to video stream the semifinals or the finals, so this is the best we can do, but we're glad you're with us. You know, as they say, dance with the one who brung you, and we brung you this far. Hope you'll stay with us the rest of the way. We've got a color commentator, a special guest for this semifinal ball game. We'll introduce him, and then we've got your Baptist Medical League starting lineups, all after we take this break as Leake Academy overall semifinal playoff basketball continues.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his professional team at Carthage Veterinary Clinic appreciate their patients. They treat all animals, large and small, and handle them with top care. Not only do they provide for your sick animals, they groom and board as well. As proud supporters of Leake Academy basketball, Carthage Veterinary Clinic is cheering on all of their Rebels. Like them on Facebook, Carthage Veterinary Clinic, Highway 16, Carthage.
And yes, in classic 4-for-4 fashion, you can get all that spicy goodness with spicy or crispy nuggets, fries, and a drink to cool off, all for just $4. Is it getting hot in here? Or did Wendy's just deliver the hottest deal in fast food? We got you.
Offer includes 4-piece nuggets, junior fry, and value drink. Price and participation may vary.
Boswell Media Sports.
Back inside the A.E. Wood Coliseum, people still filing in. I'm looking across the court at the Leake Academy section, and the chair back seats and the benches right at courtside are filling up. And they've got a Hartfield student section across from us over to the left, and then the Hartfield fans are behind us here at Scores Table Press Row as the MAIS Overall Championships get underway. Semifinal Monday, finals are at 6 p.m. on Wednesday. The winner of this game will take on the winner between Bowling Green and Jackson Prep. That game follows this one. We want to bring in today's guest color analyst, and he's worked with me before on East Central Community College basketball. It's good to welcome him to Leake Academy basketball, and he's been a longtime assistant girls basketball coach at Jackson Academy under Coach Jan Sojourner, and he is Ronnie Rogers. Ronnie and I go way, way, way back to we were young lads up at Mississippi State University. Ronnie, welcome to L.A. basketball.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I wish we were playing against y'all today. We faced off in the overall tournament. As I thought about us doing this, I thought of some of the great stories. That playing against Leake Academy over the years and some of the great battles we've had, but excited for these young ladies. I think this is a rematch of the finals from last year. We lost to Hartfield the night before, and y'all defeated them to win the overall state championship. So we have a little rematch today, and it should be a great game.
That's right. Leake defeated Hartfield for the overall championship and for the 4A championship last year, and it was a closely played, low-scoring ball game for the overall title last year. Second meeting this season between the Hawks and the Rebels. They met way back in November 9, and Leake rallied from a 14-point deficit in the first half to edge Hartfield 57-54. Miriam Prince had 26, and we're just about to get your Baptist Medical League starting lineups. And Ronnie, between now and tip-off, certainly want to talk to you about what Hartfield brings in terms of a scouting report. You've seen them, of course, prepared for them at JA. Go ahead and mention a couple of things before we get to the introduction of the starting lineups.
Well, the first thing you notice is how large, how tall they are. They are really a big team. They'll put 3 girls out there 6 foot or better with a really good shooter that's probably 5'11" on the wing.
We'll preview more of today's semifinal matchup. We'll take one more break, and then the Baptist Medical League starting lineups. So you're in the right place for Leake Academy basketball right here on Boswell Media Sports.
Is your home in need of a facelift? Is your home in need of a facelift? Bowers Furniture in downtown Philadelphia is your one-stop shop for all your home needs. Mattresses by Ashley, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. Kitchen and laundry appliances by GE. Living room, bedroom, and dining room by Ashley, Riverside, and Universal. And don't forget the famous Made in America Lazy Boy recliners in stock and ready to deliver from Bowers Furniture. Bowers Furniture has all the big city name brands, but with small town prices and personal customer service we've provided you since 1953. Come in today and let us show you all we have to offer at 319 Bird Avenue in Philadelphia.
Baptist Leake Primary Care Clinic understands that pediatric care is much more than treating a sick child. Anya Jones, certified pediatric nurse practitioner, wants to keep your child healthy and active by offering a complete list of pediatric care to infants, children, and young adults. Appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Saturday appointments are available. Call 601-267-1470, option 5. Baptist Leake, making your health care our #1 priority.
Almost 50 years ago, Jack Kahn opened Philadelphia Gun and Pawn as the first licensed pawn shop in Philadelphia. They understand what it is to have hard times and not know where to turn when you need money. That's why Philadelphia Gun and Pawn is the best choice when you need a pawn shop you can trust. You can be assured that they will handle your business professionally and that they strive for customer satisfaction. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, 910 Posey Avenue, next to the post office in Philadelphia.
T&K Farms Wood-Mizer is Mississippi's Wood-Mizer sawmill equipment dealership. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer sells the complete Wood-Mizer equipment line from small personal sawmills to the industrial equipment lineup. T&K Farms stocks parts and has experienced factory-trained service technicians with both in-shop and mobile service available. See T&K Farms Wood-Mizer to start your sawmill business today. Credit cards are accepted for all services. Like them on Facebook. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer, just off Highway 25 at 1128 Liberty Road, Louisville, 662-803-4332.
Boswell Media Sports.
It's time for the Baptist Medical League starting lineups for Hartfield Lady Hawks under Coach Benton Ingram and, of course, Coach Amanda Hatch's #1 ranked 5A state champions, Leake Academy. Leake's going to be the home team in today's game as a higher-seeded team. They'll be in home gray. Hartfield in traveling burgundy, we'll call it. I'm not going to quite call that maroon. We're going to call it burgundy. And here are their starting lineups presented by Baptist Medical League. Mania Womack, junior at 5'11". At guard, Reagan Tucker at 5'4", also a junior. And Maris Reagan, a 5'11 senior. He's played a lot of minutes against Leake through the years. Harley Grace Sensine at 5'9", a junior. And a sophomore at 6'1", Nyla Hooten. So Womack at 5'11", Tucker at 5'4", Reagan at 5'11", Sensine at 5'9", and Hooten at 6'1". And you see what Ronnie talked about, or you hear it right there, the height and length that the Hawks bring. For the Leake Academy Lady Rebels, Miriam Prince, the leading scorer, averaging just under 20 a ball game, junior at 5'8". Morgan Freeney, who made the winning shot with 0.4 seconds to play, the 5'4 junior. Emery Warren, the glue that holds it together, 5'8 junior. Alan K. Wilcox, who does all the dirty work down low, 5'7 junior. And Katie Jones, the madam in the middle, 5'10 sophomore. Prince at 5'8, Freeney at 5'4, Warren at 5'8, Wilcox 5'7. Katie Jones at 5'10. Hartfield in burgundy, sort of a Florida State shade of look with gold numbers, and Hartfield across the front looking very cursive, looks a nice clean look, and of course Leake in home gray, navy numerals, Leake emblazoned across the front, all of it trimmed in red. Here we go. We're getting ready to start. Nyla Hooten in the jump circle. She'll be joined by Katie Jones in just a moment. We're glad you're joining this first quarter of today's ball game, presented by Performance Therapy. Oh, Ronnie, what do you tell teams when you get to the big stage like this? What do coaches emphasize that's different about this kind of environment?
Well, it's different. First of all, for most teams, it's different the length of the court. This is a college court, and it's 10 feet longer. But Hartfield, when they built their gym, they didn't know that. They built it 94 feet, so they're used to that. And pressing and trapping teams often have a little difficult time on the bigger court. It's more space to get out of the traps. But as we expect, Hartfield wins a tip, and here we go.
Hartfield putting it into play, going left to right from us at the scores table. Coming out high, sensing, getting it over to Tucker on a right-hand dribble. Right corner to Hooten, the big out there behind the arc. They dump it, get it to her in the paint. She fakes right, spins left. Nearly walked with it, but puts it in.
They're going to go down low. As long as you play a man, they're going to take it to number 30 quick, or 24 off the down screens, which they tried early.
Wilcox handling the ball, backs it out. Stops between the circles, hands it to Miriam Prince. 2-0 Hartfield. Right hand dribble down the right lane line, and she took an extra step.
It's really hard when you think the other team walked on one end, you don't get the call, and then something very similar happens to you and they call it, but that was a walk.
BMO very graciously but quick to correct me that Florida State's colors are garnet and gold, and so I want to get that corrected. Let the record show. Miss on a runner right side, missed by Womack and kept alive on the offside, but tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawks.
This is usually a screen-the-screener action right there for number 20 on the backside. They don't get it. Well defended by the Rebelettes.
Left corner, left side three, missed no good. Rebound offside, gathered in by Katie Jones. Here come the Rebels down 2-0, just over a minute deep into the first quarter of today's semifinal game. Miriam Prince, yo-yo dribbles. Right side free throw line extended. She'll stop, fire the three, put it off the heel of the rim. High rebound, tapped and kept in bounds by Hartfield. Here comes Tucker. She wants to push up the other way, gets it to Hooten. Hooten leveled off by Jones, but she spins around and gets a straight in front of the basket look for two.
Yeah, there's 3 3-point lines out here. I hope they went over with them which one is the three-pointer for these young ladies. I think it's the closest one right at the top of the key.
Here's Freeney on the drive, left side, kicks it out to Wilcox, who's open for three. Hers slides off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound, Harley Grace Sensing for Hartfield. Rebels have not connected on a shot yet. Down 4-0, 6:10 to go first quarter. First quarter presented by Performance Therapy. Left side Sensing. Reagan out. A shot blocked by Jones. She blocked Hooten's shot from the left elbow. Prince coming up quickly, but now losing the dribble. Bodies go to the floor, and Hartfield comes away with it. They shovel it up to Harley Grace Sensing.
Good job of officiating there, not anticipating a jump ball. Be Hartfield ball on the side out.
Hartfield will walk it up. Junior Reagan Tucker.
Most of the sets involve number 24 coming off of a stagger, and there she comes.
24 is Harley Grace Sensing, and they throw it away from right to left into the Leake student section. So that turnover will give it to the Rebels, who trail 4-0, 5:35 to go first quarter.
Prince got a hand on it and knocked it off of Harley Grace's hand, and it goes out of bounds. Leake basketball.
High screen set up for Prince. She works it left, keeps the dribble, uses another Wilcox screen. Now is going to kick it out to Freeney. Quick trigger three, and straight down it goes. That's a Junction 3. Rebel three-pointers presented by Prince Oil. The 7 locations of the Junction 4-3. Hartfield in front by 1.
That shot had great rotation on it. You knew it was good when it left her hand.
Reagan out between the circles to Tucker. She looks back into the bench. Coach Ingram angles right. Rebels showing a zone look here. Then falling down and committing the travel is Ann Maris Reagan. She tried to spin and back in on the low post, but then lost her footing.
Leake not really guarding number 20 far out. She doesn't tend to shoot, so they kind of help, just kind of sagged her defender off in the lane right there. Something to watch.
Prince behind the arc, right side, working on Womack. finds Freeney, sends it out for Emery Warren three, and it goes straight down. Nothing but net junction three for Emery.
I've seen that shot many times. What a great shooter she is.
6-4 Rebels with back-to-back trays. Tucker, she's going to square up and fire for three and send it straight down for the Hawks.
She doesn't shoot often, but when she does, she usually connects.
She had the open look, makes it 7-6 Hartfield. 4:10, clock ticking. Prince goes left, then right, then now going to head down the lane line. Stop, mid-range jumper, pops it in for two. First two for Miriam Prince. 8-7 Rebels ahead. Tucker she feeds it down to Hooten, who's double teamed. Shot missed on the offside. Prince comes out with a rebound. She's going to take it to the rim. Going hard, shot blocked. Taken out by Sensing. By Wooten, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds in the corner. It'll belong to the Hawks. 8-7 Leake in front. That was a good job. Perfect timing. That was Mania Womack making the block on Prince. Tucker wants to angle right side, comes around a couple of high screens, now goes to the corner with Freeney out on her. They feed the big down there, but it's tapped away by Prince into the hands of Freeney. The Rebels get a steal. Here they come, leading by one. She feeds Jones. Jones stops, fakes, moves, steps in, and scores off the window for two.
She got Hooten in the air and just pump faked her, went right around her. Number one rule of defense, don't leave your feet.
Here's an Emery Warren steal at the head of the bubble. She comes into the offensive front court, will give it up to Miriam Prince, and the Rebels get another steal, an opportunity to extend a three-point lead. 2:53 first quarter. Three from Prince, way off the left side. Jones in there, and then Reagan gets her hands on it. Held ball, it'll belong to the Rebels.
One of the things looks good for the Rebels is their ability to guard man-to-man. Usually Hartfield forces teams to play a different defense, but so far Leake has been able to keep a lead playing straight man.
Prince drives baseline left side, pinned underneath, sends it out to Wilcox, now to Freeney. She comes down the lane, kicks it to Jones, who fakes, sends it out to the perimeter for Prince. She'll reset it. Now stop, fire for three. Off the heel. Long rebound pulled down by Womack for Hartfield. Hawks coming 2-on-2. And they'll get a reach-in foul. I think that will be on Miriam Prince, her first, and the first foul of the afternoon.
Here comes the first substitution. Some shooters coming in. 13 and 15 for Hartfield. And number one, a really fast athlete. Did not see 15 went out for Leake. Wilcox, not sure who came in. I'm not sure who that
Grace
was.
Maxey in the game for Leake, but Avery Smith, Macy Shelton, and Caitlin Elliott in for Hartfield.
Shelton is a shooter, and so is
Elliott.
Smith right
Elliott
here.
passes it outside. Shooter from the left side misses way off. That was Smith, and the Rebels get the rebound. Traffic moves past. Here comes Prince down the right lane line, going up, gets Hooten in the air and gets fouled. She'll step to the line.
That's a great job of attacking the rim. If she does that, number 30 has not shown the discipline to stay on the ground. They will get her in foul trouble, and that will be in Leake's favor to get her with fouls on her.
Miriam Prince's first free throw straight down, 100% nylon. It's good. 11-7 Rebels. 2:04 to play. First quarter presented by Performance Therapy. And she's good on the second. 4 for Miriam Prince.
A little string music.
Yes.
In Clinton, Mississippi.
Indeed. 11-7. And then ball bounced in the paint off the leg of Prince, out of bounds. 12-7 Leake. Minute 55 to play first quarter. Shelton will inbound it right of the basket on the inline. Out in the corner to Avery Smith. She's spinning, gets a screen from Shelton. Sends it out to Reagan at the top of the circle. She uses up her dribble, feeds it to Hooten, who's manned up on Warren, and she turns around and puts it in from 6 feet away.
She's got 6 of their 9.
12-9. Rebels trying to answer. Nice feed down the lane. Prince too strong off the glass, though, by Jones. Hartfield with a rebound. Elliott, quick player. Maxey on her. And they'll get Maxey for a blocking foul as she wanted to turn the corner and head to the rim.
when you think you have Hartfield beat, they're linked from the offside, forced a wide shot.
Hawks inbound it, send it out deep to Reagan. We go under 80 seconds to play in the first quarter. Left side, Shelton bounces down to Hooten. Double team comes to her. They find Reagan at the free throw line. Her shot too strong, and a held ball down in the paint between Avery Smith and Katie Jones. Hartfield will have it with a minute 12 to go in the first quarter. Rebels up 3.
This is usually designed to get 20 of the ball at the backside block, but Leake is ready for it.
They get it into Hooten. Her shot short, and she comes over the back of Emery Warren, committing the foul. That's 2 on the 6'1" sophomore Nyla Hooten.
But here comes the 6-footer to replace her.
Yeah. A lot of athleticism to replace her. Avery Rushing comes into the ball game. So the Rebels walk it up. Prince gets some instruction from Coach Amanda Hatch as she walks by left sideline and walks the dribble across the timeline. 55 seconds to play in the first quarter. Left to right to Freeney. Freeney with Shelton on her. Comes out to Warren. She wants the quick three. Off the back iron. No good, but run down on the side. Right side by Freeney. She'll stop. Feed it to Jones. And then there's a held ball underneath. Quick step in and hands by Ann Maris Reagan.
I think we know what Amanda Hatch was saying on the sideline. Ran that set play for Freeney to get her open on the wing.
But the Rebels will keep it. Prince sends it in with 41 seconds to go. Will come way out deep. Deep wide right to Morgan Freeney. Now to Prince. She right-hand dribbles, working on Elliott. She goes down the right lane line. Double team comes to her, sends it over the rim, taken by Jones. She can't put it in from the left side from 4 feet out, and the Hawks get the rebound with under 25 to play. Steal as they tried a little dump down pass. Emery Warren gets the steal ahead to Maxey. Now to Prince into the front court. 15 seconds. She stops right elbow, will back out. Now head back into the double team. It goes high off the window and good for 2.
Wow, what a shot. She absorbed a lot of contact, a good no call there, and but made the shot.
And that'll be it for the first quarter. Rebels 14 and Hartfield 9 in this MAIS overall semifinal game. First quarter done, back in 60 as Leake Academy playoff basketball continues.
Go Leake! Supporting all of our Rebels and Rebelettes this basketball season until the very end. We are so proud of you all and the heart you play with. Good sportsmanship and integrity on and off the court is to be recognized, and we are behind you all the way. Let's go LA! Schedule an appointment with us at 601-656-3366. 601-656-3366. Good luck from Craig and Amy Martin and all the crew at Craig Martin General Dentistry, Philadelphia.
Piggly Wiggly in Carthage is cheering on their Leake Rebels. When you don't have time to prepare food, they do. Give them a call and let the bakery and deli fix you up with delicious tailgate trays so you can hit the road with lots of goodies. Piggly Wiggly appreciates their hometown and wishes all players and cheerleaders a safe and successful season. If you can't make the game, Piggly Wiggly in Carthage. Go Rebels, go! Boswell Media Sports.
Second quarter getting underway from the A.E. Wood Coliseum on the campus of Mississippi College, and it's Leake Academy 14, Hartfield 9 after one period. Rebels send Wilcox, Maxey, Prince, Jones, and Warren onto the floor to start the second quarter. Hartfield with Rushing, Womack, Tucker, Smith, and Shelton. No, Smith and Elliott, excuse me. Philip Palmertree here with you. Got Ronnie Rogers helping us out with some insights that you're getting it through a coach's eyes. A coach that has seen a lot of battles with Hartfield. The Rebels trying to make it 7 in a row over Hartfield.
Hooten being on the bench with 2 fouls is a significant thing to notice. They've moved Womack to the point.
Deep wide left, Avery Smith. Over on the side to Elliott. She comes around a screen. Ball stolen in the corner. Prince out of there with it. Prancing up the left side. Now she's going to turn, go to the bucket, get fouled from behind. Shot no good, but 2 free throws coming up for Swaggy P.
I love that. She hesitated, pretended like she was going to reset the play, and then just took off to the basket. And again, Hartfield not showing, just jumping up in the air trying to block shots, and she absorbed the contact and going to shoot 2.
And I missed who the foul was on there. They don't put it on the board. Forgot about that here as Prince misses the first of 2 free throws. I forgot.
I'm thinking that's on Womack. I think she jumped up.
I think you're right. There were 2 defenders there. I'm going to mark that against her. We'll see if that gets corrected. The second free throw good for Prince. She makes 1 out of 2. 7 points for her, and the Rebels lead 15-9. Early second quarter. Womack working the point now. 5'11" point player with Prince guarding her, and she just walked with the ball, no call.
She did walk with that right there.
They send it into the corner. Tucker's 3 air balls on the backside, and it goes off the arm of Avery Rushing out of bounds. Rebels will get it.
She is not a volume shooter. That's more than I've seen her shoot it in the 2 games where we played. I'm not sure she shot more than once in a couple of games, but I think she sees the need without hooting out there for points in the basket.
Prince walks it up for LA across the MC logo. She angles the dribble right side. Now stops into DeFrini, top of the key, off a Jones screen. 3 air balls off right side.
Hartfield has switched off, and now Womack is guarding Prince. They had number 1 guarding her. Here comes Shelton in, the shooter. I imagine she's going to come in for Smith. No, she comes in for number 1.
For Elliott.
That does give them more offense. This is a offensive lineup for him.
15-9, 1 minute deep into the second quarter. Second quarter presented by Carthage Veterinary Clinic. Handling the ball up high is Avery Smith. She'll stop, fire for 3, send it straight down and good.
She was on fire against us when we played them at Hartfield, and she's really a streaky shooter.
She cuts the Leake lead in half. From 6 to 3, 15-12. Prince drives left side. Beautiful dump down to Jones, but she can't finish. Gets a rebound, puts it back, gets fouled, hoop and harm. Send Katie Jones to the free throw line after the basket.
Katie Jones gets the points, but that was Miriam Prince driving, forcing her defender to help. What a great offensive rebound, and again to absorb the contact and make it after probably being fouled on the first one, but to have this presence to go back up, get it, and get the 3-point play, hopefully.
Yes, strong move. Katie Jones misses the free throw. Rebound Womack for Hartfield. 17-12, Rebels lead it. Womack goes to the shooter, right side for 3, too long. Rebound pulled down, Alan K. Wilcox. She gets knocked to the floor, picked up in the corner by Prince.
Coach Hatch not happy about Sin Sing being left wide open. Fortunate that she didn't miss that shot. That's her spot.
There's Prince again, finding Jones, who lays it in softly from 7 feet out. Katie with 6.
Different angle, but same play. Drive in, force help, kick it to Jones.
Top of the key, faking the 3. Shelton drives, stops left elbow, looking for somewhere to go with the ball, and there's Wilcox. She's going to get called for the foul, trying to reach in and tie it up.
Tough call there. Probably should have been a jump ball before he called the foul.
First on KK, third team foul. Warren returns to the game, replacing Grace Maxey for the Rebels. 5:59 to go, League 19, Hartfield 12.
Ooh.
Big bump out high.
Yeah, Womack gave Prince a pretty solid bump right there.
Turn around, good defense by Katie Jones, turning around. Missing the shot was Ann Maris Reagan. Now the Hartfield crowd is moaning behind us. They wanted the foul on Jones.
I thought she went straight up. I thought Jones was straight up right there. No call.
The official who came down near Coach Ingram, I read his lips. He said straight up.
Yeah.
So coming up, Prince, screen 3 for Warren, goes halfway down, comes out. Reagan going up strong, getting the rebound for the Hawks.
Same play they ran for Freeney a minute ago to the other side.
Tucker deep wide right, steps up, gives it to Womack. She wasn't expecting the ball. Now to the left side, shooter fires from 3, clanks off the glass, but rebound run down on the far side by Tucker, and then Prince runs into her, commits her second.
Yeah, if Shelton gets open, that's what she's out there for. She's out there to shoot it, and it's hard shooting in this auditorium, in the Coliseum here with the no backdrop. It's kind of like the big stadiums the NCAA tournament's in. It takes a little while to adjust.
Out to Sensine with Freeney manned up on her, cuts her off right in front of the free throw line. Now goes in the corner, and the ball's mishandled in the corner. Reagan was looking where she wanted to go with the ball before. She really got both hands on it, and that's an unforced turnover. 5:08 to play. Rebels lead at 19-12.
Both teams staying straight man-to-man. I'm interested to see if either team makes a halftime adjustment. I don't think Leake will, but I imagine Hartfield may try some type of trapping defense too.
Wilcox looking down low. Katie Jones not open, covered up. Tough shot, runner flung up there by Freeney, and it rolls off the front of the rim. Rebound taken by Harley Grace Sensing. She's got the ball, dumping it down to Reagan, and they'll get a push on Katie Jones in the paint.
What a great job by Freeney at the other end to use her screen to even get open. Most girls are not even catching that pass, but she really hugged tight and curled that screen and got a good look.
Hartfield inbounds it.
For Sensing on the other side, they fumble the ball.
And they throw it away into the front row of the Leake student section.
You could see what they were setting up, and when Reagan fumbled the ball, it messed their timing up, and she threw it into the student section.
Maxey in, Wilcox out. 4.5 minutes to play second quarter. Presented by Carthage Veterinary Clinic. Right wing, Warren out to Maxey. Sends it to Prince left side with Womack guarding her out behind the three-point line. Goes left to right to Jones behind the arc. Jones will just dump it about 12 inches over to Prince. 4:10 to play. Prince driving, double team comes. She goes up. Contact, no foul taken by, ball comes loose, taken off by Tucker. Here come the Hawks. She wants to go in, steps between Jones and Freeney. Misses, offensive rebound, Reagan. And they'll get Jones for a foul. She didn't get her money's worth on that foul, though.
She did not. She had her hands on her hips down there. I think that was a fatigue foul. Down there on the other end, they ran a little back screen for Warren, double down screen for Freeney, but they didn't get it. They isolated Prince and didn't get the call down there, but I think that was a fatigue foul right there.
And Maris Reagan misses the first free throw. First trip to the line for the Hawks. Second free throw, good. That's Reagan's first point, and it's 19-13. Leake ahead, under 4 to play before halftime. Prince at the head of the circle. She angles a right-hand dribble, hands it to Freeney. Freeney with Tucker on her. Goes to the free throw line, spins left, goes up, tries to fling it up, no good. Offside rebound by Jones. She can't get it in. Kept tapped in by Warren to Freeney. She goes out behind the line for a three that's too long, and another offensive board by Jones. Jones finds Freeney between the circles. Left-hand dribbles. She's leveled off there by Tucker. Hands it to Prince. Yo-yo dribble. Go probing. Now
she's
comes
open on the back
left side to
is.
Jones. She nearly mishandles it. Gets it back. Goes up. Shot blocked by Reagan and taken out of there by the Hawks. Womack. Womack up the middle of the floor. Freeney knocks it loose into the hands of Maxey ahead to Prince. She goes up hard to the rim. Gets it in, and she'll go to the line. Count the basket.
What an athletic play to get that bucket in. She had a 6-footer trailing her and somehow got the bucket to go. Leake went into a dribble drive action the last time, and that's a great adjustment by Coach Hatch, seeing that Prince is able to drive, put Jones on the weak side block, and then dump it. You can see them setting that up, and it turns into a three-point play off the transition bucket.
Old-fashioned three-point play. Rebels 22, Hartfield 13. Under 3 minutes to play second quarter. Hawks in the half-court offense. Left side, Avery Smith. She's driving on Warren. Can't put it in on the runner from 12 feet out. Rebound, Rebels. Prince gets it. Comes right side. Steps in, steps back to Freeney between the rings. She'll come around a Prince screen. Stop, double team comes. She dumps it to Jones. Jones stepping up in the trees, gets fouled, goes to the floor, and she'll get to the line.
Once again, Hartfield not getting the weak side rotation down on Jones, and that time it's Freeney driving. That's just great anticipation by the Leake guards. Knowing, I tell girls all the time, you've got to see what's going to happen before it happens, and these young ladies know that what's going to happen.
Katie Jones makes the first free throw. Second one coming up. We want to mention Katie's playing with a heavy heart. Her grandmother died down in Stone County on Saturday. She makes the second free throw, so our sympathies and prayers to Katie and her family. The Rebels lead at 24-13, under 2.5 to play before halftime. Rebels getting it done, going to the rim. here in this second quarter. Between the rings, Hartfield. Womack gives it up to Hooten, who's back in the game with 2 fouls.
Hartfield trying to spread the floor, more of a 5-out action rather than dribble drive, seeing if they can create an angle to the basket. So far unsuccessful.
And there's a walk there, Avery Smith, and she knew it. She wanted to pass it down low, but she hesitated, then looked to her left and dragged the foot. Coach Ben Ingram wants timeout with 2:06 to go before halftime. Leake Academy 24, Hartfield 13 in this girls semifinal game. Back in 30 seconds on Boswell Media Sports.
What can you expect from Moore's Pharmacy when you choose them? How about all of this? Free medicine flavoring. No more yucky medicines. Ew! Or the shortest wait times ever. Moore's Pharmacy definitely has the best prices and 2 lanes to serve you better in their drive-thru area. Moore's Pharmacy features prescription transfers that are fast and easy and can fill all your scripts at the same time with their MediSync program. Nobody likes to be on hold, especially when you're already not feeling well, which is why at Moore's Pharmacy, they always speak to you directly without those recorded answering services. Family owned and operated. Moore's Pharmacy in Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Alena.
Boswell Media Sports.
2 minutes, 6 seconds to go before halftime. Be sure to stay with us for Byers Furniture halftime. Ronnie and I will break down some of this action in the first half. We'll also take a look at the brackets for the girls and the boys. Leake leads at 24-13 as the Rebels will have the ball, leading by 11.
Coach Ingram taking a gamble, 2 minutes left. Hooten's back in there with 3 fouls. Let's see if Leake tries to take the ball down to her. Prince off of a ball screen from Warren.
Prince with it, answered to Warren, right wing. She dribbles to the free throw line, sends it to Freeney, swinging elbows back, goes up, and the ball snatched away. A physical play by Tucker. She gets knocked down at midcourt, and then Freeney gets the steal. Grace Maxey getting physical in return. To the corner, Maxey, open 3. There it is, but it comes off the front of the rim, but rebound on the offside by Prince, and the Rebels keep it with 90 seconds to go in the half.
Hooten was scared to go contest it.
Second try from the right side. A little short there by Maxey, and battle for the rebound. The offside goes into the corner, and they say Hooten touched it last. She and Jones were trying to dig it off the floor.
Hooten's not leaving the paint, and that is left Maxey open twice in the right corner.
And there's a foul going in right there in the corner. Nope, it's not a foul.
She was out of bounds.
Okay, that was
Hartfield was out of bounds touching the ball.
Avery Smith tried to snatch it away from Maxey, was standing out of bounds, so it'll go to the Rebels with 1:18 to play in the half. Out to Freeney, deep wide left. She'll fire down to Jones in the blocks. Manned up against a bigger player. She tries to go up. Shot hits the bottom of the backboard, and Hooten claims it, gives it to Tucker. Rebels up 11. Hartfield trying to finish strong in the second quarter.
That is such good defense by Freeney.
And the turnaround high off the glass and good for Hooten. She's got 8.
Freeney backed off of the point guard trying to help down when they reversed it and got it to Hooten anyway for 2 points. Coach Ingram's gamble has paid off so far.
Left side, Warren with 35 seconds. Over to Freeney. Out about 6 feet behind the arc. Now she dribbles. Really physical play by Tucker to Maxey. Corner, left side, Warren. Right-hand dribble, gets it out. Deep wide left to Miriam Prince with 20 seconds. Rebels holding for the final shot of the half, up 9. Backs it up between the circles. Calls out a play to get 2 out at the free throw line. Warren shovels to Prince. Prince inside, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. She's isolated on the right side. Stop, fire for 3. It's going to be too deep. And long rebound out, taken by Womack as the buzzer sounds. The Rebels don't get it to go down in their final possession, but they lead at 24-15 at halftime. And so we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll give you Byers Furniture halftime. Leake Academy 24, Hartfield 15 in the MAIS overall girls semifinal game. Stay with us as Leake Academy basketball continues.
What's this?
This you're hooked to? An electropolygraph. Now just relax and answer only true or false.
Okay.
You own a nice home.
True.
You own a business.
True.
You own a vehicle.
True.
You have a family that you would do anything to protect.
True.
You have the best insurance coverage possible.
True. Hey! False!
Ow!
What is the right answer?
South Group Cox Agency, Carthage, Mississippi. Get the right insurance. Go to southgroup.net.
When it comes to the health and well-being of your four-legged family members, you need to trust veterinary experience that you'll find with Dr. Ryan Anderson and Dr. Steve Green at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic is a full-service animal hospital that specializes in both routine and emergency procedures such as medical, surgical, dental, and grooming. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic conveniently located at 900 Highway 35 South in Carthage.
Visit them online at centralmississippianimalclinic.com.
Get top dollar for your timber and the least possible damage to your property with Welch Forest Products in Union. Professionals in forestry care, management, and cutting. Welch Forest Products provide final harvesting, pine plantation thinning, and site preparation and care. They buy land with or without timber. Welch Forest Products. Call Bo Welch at 601-774-8200. Welch Forest Products in Union.
State championship number 21.
Junction and Prince Oil, the fuel of champions. As you travel to the game, shop and fuel up with those who share your passion for community and Leake Academy Rebel basketball.
Nothing but net. Junction 3.
For over 60 years, Junction and Prince Oil has been fueling Central Mississippi and champions like the Leake Academy Rebels.
Drive like a champion with locations in Carthage, Philadelphia, Oxford, Newton, Scuba, Ridgeland, Louisville, and Union.
Put some Junction in your next function with their catering too.
Nothing but net. Junction 3.
Junction and Prince Oil, the fuel of champions.
Boswell Media Sports.
Welcome to Byers Furniture halftime from Mississippi College, the A.E. Wood Coliseum, and it's the first of the semifinals, boys and girls action at Clinton, and your Leake Academy Rebels lead at the intermission 24-15. Philip Palmertree with you. Ronnie Rogers has been with us. Rebels led 14-9 after one and lead it here at the break 24-15. Before we get to the stats, we'll give you a quick look at the brackets, and of course we'll talk first about the girls bracket as Leake is of course playing this first one. The other semifinal game that's coming up is going to be Jackson Prep and Bowling Green. That comes up right after this ball game. So the winners of the semifinals will meet on this floor Wednesday, 6 p.m. And, of course, we'll bring it to you on Boswell Media Sports. If the Rebels hang on to this lead, it will be on Kicks 96 because we've got East Central Community College baseball going on Cruiser 98 that day. But hopefully that'll be something we'll talk about later on. The other two semifinals going on in the boys, 6 o'clock, MRA and Jackson Academy. And then the nightcap, Jackson Prep against Greenville Christian. So there's going to be some great basketball on this floor in the first the first day. The first two rounds were played on campus sites, and of course now we're back here at Mississippi College. In the first half, Hartfield shoots for the half 6 out of 20 from the field, 30%, and they shoot 29% from behind the line, 2 out of 7, and they went to the line just twice and made one shot. The Rebels, not great shooting in the first half, 8 out of 30, just 27%, 2 out of 13 for 3, but they did get to the line 8 times and make 6 out of them. So if you get to the line more than your opponent, that tilts things in your favor. And then surprisingly, Hartfield has out-rebounded the Rebels by 2. I would have expected it to be the other way. But the Rebels are -2 in rebounds, but they do have 8 offensive rebounds and 7 defensive rebounds. So they have been able to take 10 more shots than Jackson Academy has.
Well, if you look at the stats, a lot of times that turnovers will play a part of that, and it's 11-3, and there it is.
Yep.
That will give you more shots. You look at the turnover to shot ratio, and you can often see Leake is forcing turnovers. Leake is attacking the basket downhill with the ball in their hand. That's why they're getting more calls. When Hartfield is scoring, it's with 30 her back to the basket, and they're just walling up. Jones is walling up on her, and that's why they haven't shot as many free throws.
The offensive individual stats, Nyla Hooten for Hartfield, 4 out of 7 shooting. She has 8 points, but she is checking the foul. She's carrying two fouls.
She played those last 2 minutes, and Jones went right at her. Credit Coach Hatch calling the play, getting Jones attacking her on the left block. To her credit, she didn't foul. Came down to the other end and scored, so his gamble paid off.
Scoring for Hartfield, 3 for Avery Smith, 3 for Reagan Tucker, and then 1 off of 1-for-2 trip to the line for Ann Maris Reagan. That all the scoring for the Hawks. For Leake Academy, 18 of their 24 points off the hands of 2 players in the half. Miriam Prince with 3 field goals and then 4 out of 6 at the free throw line for 10 points. Katie Jones really asserted herself in the second quarter down in the low post. She's got 8 off 3 made baskets and 2 out of 3 at the free throw line. And then a junction 3 in the first quarter for both Emery Warren and Morgan Freeney. So it's Prince with 10, Jones with 8, Freeney with 3, Warren with 3, and Alec Wilcox and Grace Maxey played in the first half but did not get into the scoring column. As Ronnie mentioned, 11 turnovers for Hartfield in the first half, just 3 for the Rebels. That and some good offensive rebounding has resulted in 10 more shots from the field. They've been to the line 6 more times, and that starts to explain the results you see on the scoreboard, 24-15 in a half when the Rebels did not shoot the ball particularly well.
No, but 3 turnovers in a high school game, that is a credit to great guard play, especially their length and the athleticism of Hartfield to play that half. Them playing you man-to-man, they're not staying back in the zone, and to only turn it over 3 times is quite impressive by the Leake Academy Rebels.
Well, we'll take another break, and then we'll come back and wrap up Byers Furniture halftime. Then we'll have the second half. Leake Academy 24, Hartfield Academy 15. We'll be back in 2 minutes here on Boswell Media Sports.
Do-It's in Sebastopol serves a full breakfast and lunch. And when you leave, you'll be full too. Any other time of the day, Do-It's takes short orders, has Hunt's Brothers Pizza, and most important, they have a delicious burger that they are known for in Central Mississippi. While you're there, be sure you fuel up and get plenty of snacks for the road. Do-It's, open 7 days a week, just for you. Highway 21 in Sebastopol.
You bought lumber and you're ready to start digging post holes for that new fence, but not so fast. Do you know where your underground utilities are located? Central Electric Power Association urges you to call 811 for a free marking of underground electric lines and other utilities. Making the call before you dig can prevent a serious or fatal injury, plus it's the law in Mississippi. And please work safely around power lines. Central Electric Power Association, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Flu shots are now at Premier Medical Clinic in Kosciuszko and Carthage and Trace Urgent Care. An annual seasonal flu vaccine is the best way to reduce the chances that you'll get the seasonal flu and spread it to others. When more people get vaccinated against the flu, less flu can spread through our community. Protect yourself and your family from the flu. No appointment is needed for flu shots. Just walk in and they will see you shortly. Premier Medical Clinic in Kosciuszko and Carthage, and Trace Urgent Care in Kosciuszko.
If you want to get the best in sportswear and gear, check out In Sports. In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia, offers screen printing with personalized jerseys, t-shirts, and fan wear to support your favorite team. In Sports also has customizable vinyl gear for spring sports like baseball and softball, as well as plaques and trophies. Looking for sports equipment? In Sports has that too. In Sports believes in giving the best possible customer service with in-town deliveries. Get ready for this sports season with In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
And we wrap up Byers Furniture halftime. Get ready for the third quarter play. 8 minutes on the clock. Leake Academy leads by 9, 24-15 in the MAIS overall girls semifinal. Miriam Prince leading the Rebels with 8 points. Ronnie, something I noticed as well in the stat sheet, Harley Grace Sensing for Hartfield has not scored in the first half. She had 18 in their quarterfinal game, their big win over Lamar Christian.
Her dad was a player for University Christian, which became Hartfield Academy, and yeah, she's 0 for 2. Another thing I just noticed, 14-0 Leake Academy in points off turnovers. So again, 11-3 will turn into 14 points. You got a 9-point game.
Rebel basketball as we start the second half. Freeney down the right lane line over the bigger players. Shot left just short. Good D there by Hooten, and she pulls down the rebound. Gives it to Tucker on the right side, up the sideline as Hawks get their first possession of the second half to Simpson in the right corner. She's going to stop. Fire for three over Wilcox. Misses everything. Fight for it in the paint. Womack flings it up. Falls to the floor, but Katie Jones holds the ball up over her head for the rebound. Rebels in the other way, and Morgan Farini loses it in the left corner over by the Leake cheerleaders. Hartfield ball, right side. They're trailing Leake by 9. Womack coming hard to the basket and will get a little cheap blocking foul. Third on Prince, and wasn't a lot there.
Wasn't a lot there. She was headed to the rim. Prince was more behind her than she was on the inside of her.
Hartfield inbounds it to Tucker.
Here comes Sensing off the backside.
Sensing on a screen on the backside. Nice D by Wilcox. They feed it down to Hooten. Her turnaround shot missed, no good. Smallest player on the floor. Freeney gets it and the elbows fly. And she gives it to Prince. Prince on the dribble to Freeney, right side, deep. Away from the arc, right wing to Warren. Out to the top. Wilcox thinks about the three. Steps in, steps back, gives it to Prince. She's working right side, turns her back to the bucket, gives it to Warren for a long two that goes halfway down, then off the window and back in. 5 for Emery Warren. The Rebels are back up by 11.
That was a quick release right there by Warren to get it off, and then coming back, Womack does the same thing.
Womack on the drive there, driving on Prince, who's carrying 3 fouls, gets it off the glass and good with the kiss. Left side, Freeney. Out to Prince. Prince with Womack working on her. She's going to drive, step through. Shot blocked by Hooten over the end line, and Wilcox was trying to sling it back in, but she ends up stepping out of bounds. It'll belong to Hartfield.
It's only a matter of time before Hooten gets her third. She is leaving her feet every time Leake Academy drives the court. That will change the game.
And the walk called as Prince and Freeney combined on the defensive pressure right below the free throw line and force the turnover from Womack. Under 6 to play, third quarter. Third quarter presented by Piggly Wiggly of Carthage. Left elbow, Jones. Dribbles it a couple of times, gives it to Freeney off a screen. 3 from the top, no good. Rebound, Emery Warren along the right left baseline. They work it around to Wilcox. She's got Reagan out in front of her. She backs it out, gives it to Freeney. Freeney will dribble, send it back into the lane on a cut. Warren can't get it to go. Rebound, Reagan for Hartfield. 5:25 to go. Leake 26, Hartfield 17. Third quarter action. Left corner, Reagan. Warren comes out to challenge her. She doesn't want the shot. She's going to dribble in at the lane, stop, feed it on the offside to Tucker, who gets fouled going to the basket.
Good backdoor move by Tucker to get around her defender, and a nice C from her teammate to get the free throw attempts.
Second foul on Alan K. Wilcox. First free throw good for Tucker.
During one of the lulls there in the action, I have been checking out the Leake roster, seeing how many of these young ladies are not seniors.
Yes.
And what a great team they have.
Second free throw good. 2 for 2 trip for Tucker makes it 26-19. That's right, no seniors in the starting lineup for Leake. Right corner, open, Freeney, 3, a little too long, scoots off the backside of the rim. Rebound on the baseline by Reagan. Hawks come up trailing by 7. Under 5 to play in the quarter. Tucker pinned in the right corner. Freeney really defending her nicely. Hands it to Sensing. She's cut off on the baseline by Freeney. Now to Womack. Kick out. Sensing 3, right side, and she rattles it in.
It was only a matter of time. We both circled her name at halftime. If Hartfield's to have a chance, 24 has to get going, and she pulls it to within 4.
7-0 run by Hartfield makes it 26-22. Warren goes into the lane, stops, gets fouled, shot nearly went in, fell off the left side, but Emery's going to get to shoot a pair of free throws. Foul on Sensing, her first, team's first of the half.
She surely is good going over the top with that left hand, and Harley Grace didn't read her scout report on that and let her beat her over the top, and she's going to either score that or get to the line every time.
Lefty scores the first free throw. Spins it, second one on its way. Left short, but there's Wilcox with the rebound. Gives it back to Warren, who's mid-range 2. Scoots off the back of the rim, no good. And a foul called on the rebound attempt. That's 2 quick fouls on Allen K. Wilcox gets her 3 for the game.
Philip, you may or may not know this, that Emery Warren is cousins with our friend Barry McNair. He comes to watch her play. I see him in the crowd supporting his cousin today.
From the top, driving. Tucker can't get a right-hand lay-in to go in, and Katie Jones clears the rebound, feeds Prince ahead. Nice touch pass ahead to Warren, who gets the foul from Sensing as she was heading hard to the rim.
Sensing fouling Warren again. It happened just a minute ago on the right wing, and now on the left wing, driving to the basket.
3:58 to go, third quarter. Third quarter presented by Piggly Wiggly of Carthage. Emery Warren leaves the first one short and throws her head back in frustration. Sub coming in, Macy Shelton replaces Sensing for the Hawks.
That's Smith coming in.
Excuse me, Smith, thank you. Rebels up 27-22, now 28-22 as Warren gets the second free throw. Under 4 to play. 3, top of the key, Womack misses badly off the right side. Warren gets the ball, and then there's a reach, not a reach-in foul, but a held ball. It'll stay with the Hawks.
Womack didn't do that a lot during the year, but during the state tournament, she got to where she was making that shot and found her confidence.
Tucker into Reagan. She goes up, I think, into Freeney and gets the foul. Indeed, the foul's on Morgan Freeney, her first, and the team's 4th. Actually, correct. Yeah, they're 4th. They're slow to put the fouls up on the board here. All right, Reagan extends the hands and puts it up and through. Good.
Reagan has a really nice looking shot. She doesn't shoot very often at all, but when you see her at the free throw line, she wears the same number as former J Lady Raider Conley Chin, and she looks like her. You'd be surprised she doesn't shoot it more than she does. And
second one missed. Smith gets the rebound, turns around, puts it in, gets fouled. She'll get the N1 opportunity.
Smith looks more ready to play this game than any of the other Lady Hawks. She is just not afraid out there. Goes up, one of the smallest girls on the court, gets the rebound off the miss, and an N1.
Avery Smith completes the three-point play. It's her first. She's got 6 in the game, and it's 28-25. Rebels lead. Eden down to 3. Prince with it between the circles. Tucker guarding her now. Left side, Grace Maxey, who came in for Wilcox. Her 3 air balls and goes out of bounds.
They set up the dribble drive action and just took an early 3. I imagine the next time down, Amanda's is going to make sure that they take off to the basket before shooting a shot.
Leake 28, Hartfield 26. They can tie it or take the lead here. They feed it down to Reagan. She turns from the right side, gets fouled, and will get to shoot free throws as Freeney commits her second.
A little set play there from Smith, goes in cross screens for Reagan, hoping they'll switch. One of the smaller players screening for the taller Reagan, and gets 2 shots out of it.
Misses the first free throw, does Ann Maris Reagan, and boy, the Hawks are getting to the free throw line here in the half. Warren comes out, Wilcox back in quickly.
Like we said at halftime, they didn't get there much in the first half, and they have made a definite decision to try to get to the line.
Reagan 2 out of 4 for the day, makes it 28-27. Prince into the offensive half court, dribbling near midcourt.
Set call right here for Prince. There it goes.
Prince stops, 3 from the top, down it goes, junction 3, first one for Swaggy P. And that's a big one to extend the lead out to 4.
I saw Coach Hatch call that set, and I knew what was coming.
Reagan going up on Wilcox. She went left and spun and went up right, gets fouled, goes to the floor, and she'll return to the free throw line. 4 now on Allen K. Wilcox.
I'm not sure we called Reagan's name in the first half, and it's about all we've called for the last 2 minutes. She's making her presence known here. Reagan
sends the first free throw down the chute and good. As Warren returns to the game and Wilcox comes out, she's got 4 fouls. Emery's got just 1. Here's Reagan, who has scored all her points today so far at the free throw line. She makes the second. It's 31-29. Now here's Shelton coming into the game for Tucker for Hartfield.
This is one of the better lineups, in my opinion, for Hartfield right here. They're going to be hard to defend with this lineup out there.
It was 24-15 Rebels at halftime. They lead it now 31-29. Jones at the head of the key.
They ran the same set for Prince to the other side that they got the last time.
There's Freeney into the lane, kick out to Warren, but it's deflected off the fingertips of Shelton and out of bounds.
Good job by Coach Hatch trying to get a different defender, not seeing the set and getting Prince a look.
Prince comes around off a screen to take the inbound pass, now off a Jones screen. She tries to feed it down to Maxey. Maxey gets it out to Freeney, left side three, won't go in. Rebound on the offside from Reagan. Up ahead to Shelton. She'll dribble it up right side. 31-29. Hawks can tie it with a 2, take the lead with a 3.
Prince being unselfish right there. I think she should have shot that one herself, but got an open look for her teammate.
Smith on the drive, stops, 12-footer, no good. Rebound Prince. She's going to put it in the dribble, middle of the floor. Here she comes. Puts the accelerator down, puts it to Freeney. She steps through, drives, gets fouled, shot good. Red going to the stripe for the 3-point play.
Such a small young lady and absorbs quite a contact from Smith, but has the presence of mind to put the ball in the basket off balance and get a chance at the 3-point play.
Did they call the foul on Hooten or
13
earlier?
13.
Okay.
They called it on 13.
Freeney sends the free throw down and good for her 6th point. 1:49 to go third quarter. Leake 24, Hartfield 29 after the Freeney 3-point play.
Hartfield is bringing in 2 and number 1, alternating who's guarding Prince. They're keeping them fresh, trying to stay on Miriam.
Smith, left elbow, sends it out high, nearly threw it away. Going after it is Prince. Tough runner from the top. Low percentage shot there by Shelton. Prince rebound, feeds it up ahead to Maxey ahead of the defense, and she lays it in with the right hand. Transition 2 for the Rebels.
Hartfield's about to call timeout.
Coach Ben Ingram calls timeout with 1:21 to go third quarter. We'll take it with him. Rebels 36, Hartfield 29, back in 30 as Leake Academy playoff basketball continues.
Sometimes life gets a little rough, and when it does, Performance Therapy is focused on highly individualized care. Owner Dan Young says no two people respond the same to any form of treatment or intervention. No injury is the same, and no single treatment works across the board. Their therapists help people regain their physical function and mobility. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, stroke, orthopedic surgery, or you're suffering from chronic neck or back pain, they can help. Performance Therapy, Philadelphia, Carthage, Canton, Brandon, Gluckstadt, McGee, Florence, Raymond, and Pelahatchie.
Boswell Media Sports.
Leake Academy 36, Hartfield 29, 1:21 to play third quarter. Third quarter presented by Piggly Wiggly of Carthage. Philip Palmertree and Ronnie Rogers with you courtside at the A.E. Wood Coliseum. We appreciate Ronnie joining us and adding a whole lot to the broadcast as someone who's seen and strategized for Hartfield and just a good observer of basketball.
Well, Hartfield changing their lineup again. Womack and number 1 both guarding Prince, but good timeout by Coach Ingram. They kind of threw up a panicked shot by Shelton. That's not her game. She's a straight-up shooter. And
Tucker back with it. They run Shelton off a screen out high over to Tucker. She's going to fire from 3, and she's made the 3. That's her first of the game.
That's house money there for Hartfield. They're not counting on those points, and they got it.
Warren tries to answer from the 3. A little bit short. Skids off. Saved inbound for a minute by Hooten, but she sent it right into the chest of Tucker and out of bounds in front of the L.A. cheerleaders, so the Rebels will keep it. They catch a break right there.
That's all because of Jones got a little bit of a tip on it and forced Hooten to. Here goes Prince to the weak side. Here she goes.
She comes off the screen, open in the corner, right side. There it is. A little bit short. High rebound taken down by Smith for Hartfield. That shot was there.
Timing was off a little bit off the pass.
Smith tries to go coast to coast, hits it off the front of the rim, and Freeney gets the rebound. She's going to put it on the dribble, middle of the floor. Send a pass left side. Warren, 3, shot blocked, but taken by Jones on the baseline. Then Hooten takes it away from Jones.
So impressed with the Leake guards. All of them can get the ball going in transition.
Under 20 seconds to play third quarter. Deep wide left is Tucker. Gets a call from Coach Ingram, and she'll yo-yo dribble. They'll get it under 10 and put the move on. Rebels playing man defense. They go right side, Elliott. Elliott on the drive, tries to run it in, and she does. Gets it off the back rim and down. And that will run out the quarter. Leake Academy leads 36-34 after 3 quarters. I know you're not going to go anywhere, so we'll be here when we get back at the start of the 4th quarter as Leake Academy playoff basketball continues.
Do It's in Sebastopol serves a full breakfast and lunch. And when you leave, you'll be full too. Any other time of the day, Do It's takes short orders, has Hunt's Brothers Pizza, and most important, they have a delicious burger that they are known for in Central Mississippi. While you're there, be sure you fuel up and get plenty of snacks for the road. Do It's open 7 days a week just for you. Highway 21 in Sebastopol.
You bought lumber and you're ready to start digging post holes for that new fence, but not so fast. Do you know where your underground utilities are located? Central Electric Power Association urges you to call 811 for a free marking of underground electric lines and other utilities. Making the call before you dig can prevent a serious or fatal injury, plus it's the law in Mississippi. And please work safely around power lines. Central Electric Power Association, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Boswell Media Sports.
We've got just 8 minutes to go here in Mississippi College. Leake Academy leads by just 2. In fact, Ronnie, got to give Hartfield credit. They had 15 at the half. They scored 19 in the 3rd quarter to narrow down, outscore the Rebels 19-12 in the 3rd quarter. Trailing it now 36-34.
That last basket by Elliott was a big bucket. She's in there for defense and athleticism, and those 2 points. It looks like Hartfield is going really big. Other than Tucker at the point guard, they're going to use Leake to try to slow down Leake. Let's see what set Amanda called at the quarter. I'm going to bet it's a little flare screen for Prince. Let's see what they're trying to do here. I think that's what they're going to call. Here it comes. There it is.
Left side. There's the flare screen on the right. Played up nicely by Elliott. She's going to drive it, come baseline, come underneath, and try to kick it out to Warren, but it's deflected out of bounds into the 3rd row of the student section.
That's what I would have called. Good call by Coach Hatch, running that set play.
Elliott covering Prince. Handed into Freeney, left wing. She bounces down to Jones in the blocks. Double team come. Kick out. Maxey, right side 3. Yes, it's good. Grace Maxey, junction 3, makes it 39-34.
Had a good argument for it.
And steal on the other end by Maxey on the right side. Up ahead to Freeney at midcourt. Freeney will slow it down.
They're face guarding Miriam Prince, which means her defender will not be helping on anyone else.
Freeney drives, goes up, gets the foul from Hooten.
Wow, what a big transaction right there. The 3 in the corner where she was probably fouled 2, go down and miss, come back, and Prince gets a foul and shooting 2.
Prince with 13, and boy, she knows what to do on the drive. She makes the first free throw good. 40-34, 7:18 to go. 4th quarter presented by Carthage Veterinary Clinic. Leake fans are getting just a little more excited, a little more on the edge of their seats across the way. Second free throw by Prince, left way short, rebound Womack. She wants to push the tempo a little bit, doesn't have numbers, goes in and commits the offensive foul.
I was going to say, I was looking at the VAR official, and I didn't think he had the angle to call it, but it was definitely an offensive foul where she pushed off with her right shoulder to free herself. Great call by the baseline official there.
We get the benefit of the screen, of the video screen here in the arena. Timeout called by Coach Hatch because they were about to have a 5-second call. We'll confirm the length of the timeout. Take it with them. 7:12 to go.
30 seconds.
Leake Academy up 40-34. Back in 30 on Boswell Media Sports.
Sometimes Sometimes life gets a little rough, and when it does, Performance Therapy is focused on highly individualized care. Owner Dan Young says no two people respond the same to any form of treatment or intervention. No injury is the same, and no single treatment works across the board. Their therapists help people regain their physical function and mobility. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, stroke, orthopedic surgery, or you're suffering from chronic neck or back pain, they can help. Performance Therapy, Philadelphia, Carthage, Canton, Brandon, Gluckstadt, McGee, Florence, Raymond, and Pelahatchie.
Boswell Media Sports.
LA open in the fourth quarter on a little run here.
First adjustment, Hartfield going full court man-to-man.
Freeney with Tucker shadowing her every step of the way. Gets it in the front court, hands it deep wide left to Miriam Prince. Elliott manning up on her out away from the basket. Coach Hatch sending some instruction in. Now left angle dribble. Right hand. Now to the corner. Maxey shot off the glass, no good. Rebound Womack for the Hawks.
Little set play there.
LA back quick on defense. Hooten going up. And Katie Jones did not leave her feet, but gets called for the foul. I guess they say they got Hooten on the arm.
Up until that one, I thought this has been a pretty clean game. I thought they missed that one. One of the great officiating crews so far, but I have to admit, I thought she went straight up on that one as well. Tough angle to make that call.
Don't think that was a good foul call. Here's Hooten's first trip to the line. She's a little bit long on the free throw. 8 points for Hooten, but she scored them all in the first half. Elliott comes out, and I believe it's Smith back into the game for Hartfield. Hartfield in garnet and gold.
Sensing's been on the bench for quite some time.
Second shot gets the shooter's roll and goes in for Hooten. 1 out of 2, 40-35, 6:40 to play fourth quarter. Carthage Veterinary Clinic presenting the fourth quarter of Leake Academy's semifinal ball game in the MAIS overall tournament. High screen from Jones. Oh, great spin. Going to the basket is Prince, but she gets it, can't get it in. Rolls off the backside. Reagan rebounds, gets it to Womack. She drives. They'll say a foul was committed on the floor. That's the fourth foul on Miriam Prince and the team's 9th.
It looks like we have a 1-and-1. Leake has committed 9 fouls. Hartfield 5. Call it on the floor there. Again, another great call down here by Coach Hatch, putting Prince in a ball screen and roll action, let her go to the basket.
Here's Womack. High free throw. Comes off, missed, no good. Jones had it momentarily, and then Reagan knocked it away, but she may have been standing in the out-of-bounds area, along the blue-painted area. So it's Rebel basketball. And some man pressure, but just slowing the Rebels down a little bit. Coming across the timeline is Prince left side. She looks into Coach Hatch. As Freeney out deep wide right. They bring out Warren, and the pass stolen. Running out ahead is Womack, and she gets the easy right-hand lay-in. Just the wrong pass at the wrong time.
Kind of telegraphed that one. Coach Hatch is trying to orchestrate that, and they were just a little late. And
40-37, 5:41, clock ticking. Prince out high, a lot of contact from Tucker. Leake fans want to foul. Out to Freeney, right side, goes 3/4 of the way down and out. Hartfield with a rebound. Thought that was going in. Boy.
That was everything but in.
Smith driving on Freeney, and good D by Freeney. She knocks it out, but it's kept in play. Reagan tries a jumper from 14 feet out, no good. Followed by Hooten out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawks. It's a ragged little sequence there.
It hit Freeney on top of the head as Hooten rebounded it and went out of bounds.
Tucker puts it into play left of the basket. Out to Smith, catch and shoot 3. Off the window, no good. Rebound on the offside. Prince and Jones and Hooten got tangled up. Jones went to the floor. Here's left side, going up, going in for contact. Not getting it, but getting the basket off the square and good for 2 is Prince. She's got 16. It's 42-37, under 5 to play. Answer from the other side. Nope, missed. Shot rebound from 12 feet out by Prince, here she comes left side. She's going on Tucker. Can't get the left-hander to go in, but she'll get to shoot a pair of free throws. Put the foul on Tucker. 2 on her, team 6th.
On both of those drives, Prince goes up with her left hand on the left side. She gets neither shot off with her right hand. She's smart enough to know, go with my left hand. Down on the other end, being really aggressive with 4 fouls and gets the rebound. Hats off to her. She is not playing like someone with 4 fouls.
Well, Prince knows just one speed. I think there's high and super high. There's 2 options. There's not a low speed for her. Second free throw after the miss. That one, horseshoes out. 0 for 2 trip from Miriam there. 42-37, 4:43 in the clock running. Womack kicks it out to Tucker behind the arc. She stops top of the key, hands it to Womack, who's keeping it on a right-hand dribble behind the arc, guarded by Prince. They've got Reagan posted up on Jones, I think it was. She turns in front of the basket. Ronnie's right. Warren commits the foul.
I saw her dive in, and she got Warren pinned on her backside right under the rim, and there's nothing you can do from that point.
Reagan has 5 points, now 6, all from the free throw line. She's made 6 out of 9. And Shelton into the game for Tucker for the Hawks.
Again, of note, Sing is not in the game, one of their best shooters.
Here's the second free throw, 2 deep. Going up high for the board is Prince. Nearly a reach in from the back there, but good alertness by Prince. 42-38, Rebels playing under 4.5 minutes to play.
Any fouls, both teams shooting.
Here's deep wide left, Emery Warren dribbles twice, bounces to Freeney with Shelton on her left side. She wants to go in, go underneath, sends it out behind the arc to Maxey, over to Warren. She passes up a 3 and then commits the travel, they say, but I don't know.
I think he wanted to take that call back, just looking at the officials' mannerisms.
Yeah, there was no travel there. We get to see a replay.
Yeah.
And that's just awful.
He missed that one.
Under 4 to play, third quarter in a 4-point ball game. They feed Reagan down there. She can't get the right side to go off the glass, but she gets it on the opposite side, left side, and puts it in from 5 feet away.
They're going to have to find a way. Hartfield's going to keep taking it, Warren down with Reagan. We're going to have to figure out a way to help her down there.
Leake 42, Hartfield 40, 3:36, clock ticking. Prince in the dribble away from the basket. Coach Hatch calls the timeout with 3 minutes, 33 seconds to go. Leake 42, Hartfield 40. It's a full timeout. Stay with us as Leake Academy playoff basketball continues.
Is your home in need of a facelift? Byers Furniture in downtown Philadelphia is your one-stop shop for all your home needs. Mattresses by Ashley, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. Kitchen and laundry appliances by GE. Living room, bedroom, and dining room by Ashley, Riverside, and Universal. And don't forget the famous Made in America Lazy Boy recliners in stock and ready to deliver from Byers Furniture. Byers Furniture has all the big city name brands, but with small town prices and personal customer service we've provided you since 1953. Come in today and let us show you all we have to offer at 319 Bird Avenue in Philadelphia.
Baptist Leake Primary Care Clinic understands that pediatric care is much more than treating a sick child. Anya Jones, certified pediatric nurse practitioner, wants to keep your child healthy and active by offering a complete list of pediatric care to infants, children, and young adults. Appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Saturday appointments are available. Call 601-267-1470, option 5. Baptist Leake, making your health care our #1 priority.
Boswell Media Sports.
Leake Academy has been able to keep Hartfield just behind them. It's still a 2-point game. It was 2 points at the end of the third quarter. Rebels had led by as many as 11 in the first half. Led it by 9 at the break. But it's a 2-point ball game now with 3.5 minutes to go, 42-40. Rebels inbound at midcourt to Grace Maxey, hands it to Prince. Prince stands on the MC
on the baseline.
logo.
They ran it Freeney on the baseline.
She gets it, but guarded well by Shelton. She'll back it out on the dribble, gives it to Maxey between the rings, and she'll hand it back to Prince for the reset.
Coach Hatch calling the play here.
Now she moves left, backs it out.
It's like high ball screens for Prince. Yep. Oh, there it is, flare screen for Warren.
Now right side Maxey. Maxey looking for somewhere to go with it. Left hand dribbles out to the top. to Freeney. Freeney down the right side, going to go up underneath. Hooten puts it too strong. Jones rebounds, gets fouled on the putback attempt.
What a great body contortion by Freeney to avoid Hooten, who had rotated over, and that left Jones open on the backside for the backside rebound.
Katie Jones had 8 points in the first half, has not scored in the second. At the line, free throw just a little short.
Fouls and free throw shooting are going to be a big part of this game. Both teams in the bonus, Leaks in the double bonus, but Prince with 4, Hooten with 3 now.
Jones sends the second one straight in and through. 43-40, 2:52 to play. Hartfield up left side. Tucker into the corner to Reagan. Warren on her.
That's the matchup they've been going to. Hooten.
Free throw line jumper from Hooten, too deep. Rebound, Prince, right? A good box out by Miriam. She comes up left side.
Good defensive possession by Leake Academy to force that shot. Hartfield kind of forced it. Now Leake can set up for a really good shot this time. You can see a lot less pressure this trip than the last trip.
Prince on the dribble. Out between the circles. Now she goes right side. And about 10 feet out. Going to back it back out. Tucker challenging her.
Dribble drive action.
2:10 to play.
Moving Jones to the weak side block. Now here comes the traps.
Traps come out. Warren over to Freeney. Way out from the basket. She says something to Prince. Ball nearly stolen by Miriam. Tucker really getting her hands in there. 1:54 to play. Leake leading by just 3. And the crowd gets a little more nervous. Maxey gets the pass left side, dribbles out, hands it to Prince. And there with a reach in is Reagan, and the Leake crowd says, at last.
I'm so impressed with Maxey right there. Most high school girls take that shot. She's left wide open. She knows the situation. She knows that's not the shot we want. We're about to, they're trapping us. She got the ball back to Prince. I've spent a lot of sleepless nights over people who've taken that shot when they shouldn't have. And
free throw rolls around, front rim, side rim, and in for Prince. She's got 17 points. Another free throw coming up here. Smith in, Shelton out for Hartfield with 1:43 to play. 44-40, now 45-40 as the second free throw goes in all net.
No substitutions for Hartfield. I thought Sensing would be brought in there for the offensive possession. Here comes the cross screen for 20. They throw it to her.
Reagan
set it up.
Has to shoot it right baseline over there. Coming over the back, but no call is Womack. Hooten gets an offensive rebound and puts it in straight in front of the basket with a right hand. Timeout with 1:20 to clock still ticking. They lost about 3 seconds there, but timeout, and we'll take it with them. Leake Academy 45, Hartfield 42. Back in 1 minute.
Is your home in need of a facelift? Bowers Furniture in downtown Philadelphia is your one-stop shop for all your home needs. Mattresses by Ashley, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. Kitchen and laundry appliances by GE. Living room, bedroom, and dining room by Ashley, Riverside, and Universal. And don't forget the famous Made in America Lazy Boy recliners in stock and ready to deliver from Bowers Furniture. Bowers Furniture has all the big city name brands, but with small town prices and personal customer service we've provided you since 1953. Come in today and let us show you all we have to offer at 319 Bird Avenue in Philadelphia.
Baptist Leake Primary Care Clinic understands that pediatric care is much more than treating a sick child. Anya Jones, certified pediatric nurse practitioner, wants to keep your child healthy and active by offering a complete list of pediatric care to infants, children, and young adults. Appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Saturday appointments are available. Call 601-267-1470, option 5. Baptist Leake, making your health care our number one priority.
Boswell Media Sports.
The officials added 4 seconds to the clock. Good move, good alert job there between scores table and the three-man officiating crew. 1:23 to play. Rebels 45, Hawks 42. Freeney, Maxey, Prince, Warren, and Jones, the 5 in gray for LA. For Hartfield, Smith, Hooten, Tucker, Womack, and Reagan.
Still no Sensing out there. I'm not sure what's going on there, but she surely is their most decorated shooter.
Inbound to Maxey, some full court pressure. Maxey uses up her dribble, goes middle of the floor to Freeney in a crowd. Freeney getting fouled by Tucker, finally gets called after a whole lot of physical play. There's Tucker with her third, team's 8th.
I think Smith for Hartfield may have a bloody nose as well. There was a lot of elbows flying there. Looks like they were going to use number 20, Reagan, to trap the ball, and she got congested by traffic and couldn't get over there, and the foul was committed first.
Red goes to the line. She's 1 for 1, has 6 points today, but she has played some valuable basketball in a lot of ways for Leake other than the scoring column. 1:14 to go. Free throw on its way, and it's good. That makes it a 2-possession game, 46-42 with 74 seconds to go.
It's been over a year since we played y'all, and obviously I knew about Prince and Warren, but this Freeney is one heck of a basketball player.
Misses the second. High rebound taken by Womack. Rebels get back quickly. Womack into the lane, nearly loses the ball. Out to Tucker for 3 from the top. Goes off the right side, no good. Jones with the rebound for LA. 1 minute to play. Rebels up 46-42. Prince left side. Bodies tripped to the floor. Prince drives left baseline, gets fouled, going to the rack.
Smith ran into her own teammate, Womack. That was the bodies flying. Good no call.
If that's on Hooten, and I believe it is, that's her 5th, I think. Or maybe it's not. I thought he signaled 30. Well,
I think that's just her 4th. That's
okay,
her 4th.
Just her 4th. Free throw good by Prince. That's more important. 55 seconds to go. 47-42 now as junior Miriam Prince comes to the line. Dribbles a couple of times. Ball up, left short. Rebound right side, Reagan for the Hawks. 47-42, 50 seconds to go. Quick, long 2 off the left side, no good. Freeney with a rebound, left baseline, and she gets surrounded by Hawks who are grabbing at her. And she'll get to the line with 44 seconds to play. If the Rebels can make some free throws, they can win this ball game.
Interesting shot selection there. Last time, Womack came down the court, drove to 4 feet from the basket, but did not take it, and now stops at 15 and does take it. But here comes Sensing
that foul,
with 44 seconds left.
That foul was on Shelton, her first. Straight in and good for Morgan Freeney from the line, 48-42.
Shelton's checking in now along with Sensing. Those are his three-point shooters. Look for kickouts to 15. Look for kickouts to 15 and to 24.
Second free throw good for Freeney, 49-42. There's a left-hand drive and put in, practically uncontested there for Womack with 36 seconds. Timeout called. We'll take it with them back in 30 seconds as Leake Academy playoff basketball continues.
West Side Body Shop says, let's face it, stuff happens. And when it does, they can take care of damage as small as a chip in your windshield all the way up to full collision services. Insurance claims are always welcome too. Just be sure your first stop is West Side Body Shop in Philadelphia. They also specialize in truck accessories, including toolboxes, visors, Nerf bars, and winches. They make your ride look cool. West Side Body Shop, just off Beacon Street on Waterview Lane, right behind the Huddle House in Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
36 seconds left. Leake Academy 51, Hartfield 42. I think I told you 50-42. They're slow to put the points and the fouls up on the scoreboard here at the A.E. Wood Coliseum. Stay with us when the clock hits 0 for Wendy's postgame. Rebels up 9 with 36 seconds to play in the game, and we've got a stoppage of play here.
Not sure what they're doing. They're correcting something.
They're looking at the officials are using the MAIS video feed for some help on something related either to the score or the clock. Okay, they're going to make it 50-42. Or now it says 49-44. Okay, 49-44. So they put that 2 up for Leake. On that drive by Womack. That was the scoreboard scoreboard error. So, 49-44, 36 seconds to play. Leake inbounds it. They've got to come up length of the court. Warren gets the ball, hands it to Freeney. Freeney clears it, moving up the dribble left-hand side. Tucker coming in, trying to poke it away. She keeps the dribble, now stops, and there's the foul on Tucker out high with 26 seconds to play. And LA wants Freeney at the line. 4th foul on Tucker.
9 out of 10 high school players walk in that situation, and Freeney kept her pivot foot and to force the foul.
Red 4 out of 5, but she just sends that first one down silky smooth and good. 50-44. This would be a big free throw to make it a 3-possession game, and she's got it.
Would put their offensive team in.
51-44, 26 seconds.
She got their defensive lineup out there.
They roll it into the front court. Womack picks it up.
There goes
Send it down to Reagan. She passes up high to Hooten. Now a shot block from 3 by Maxey. She grabs the ball as she falls out of bounds, but can't save it into Warren. It'll stay with Hartfield, but just 13 seconds remain. The Rebels lead by 7. Catch and shoot 3. Rattles in for Smith from the right wing. 51-47. 8 seconds to play, and timeout called. We'll hold you here. 8.8 seconds to go. Leake 51, Hartfield 47.
Like I said, Smith made it, but I was surprised that they didn't put Sensing and Shelton back out there after the free throws. They've got timeouts left. Again, what great guard play. We all watch the NCAA tournament. Post play gets you there, but guard play wins the NCAA tournament. And in this case, Leake's guards have been the difference. Their ability to handle the ball, take the right shots, not take shots. The shot Maxey didn't take in the left corner that could have changed the outcome of this game. Prince driving with her left hand. All of the things Freeney not walking right there, that 9 out of 10 high school girls walk in that situation, and you're going the other way. So many things you see from the announcer's eye that you don't necessarily see when you're a fan or even a coach. I've been able to observe today. So impressed with the Leake Academy guard play today.
So the crowd, the Leake crowd reacts negatively to a clock adjustment. Exactly 10 seconds on the clock. So they had about a second to the clock. 10 seconds to go. Leake 51, Hartfield 47. All the LA fans on the opposite side are standing.
Philip, you can help me on this. I'm not sure Jones has come out of the game today.
I don't think she has. I think she's played every minute. Marley Myers usually comes in for him, and Marley has not checked into the game.
That's impressive because I remember back in the second quarter, she was pretty winded then, but here we are with 10 seconds left to go in regulation, and she has not sat a minute.
She's had to battle some big players down in the low post.
Not sure what we're waiting on now.
Now the clock says 1:37. Coach,
I think they're trying to get it to 13.7.
Yeah, I think that's it. And the Leake fans boo.
The clock operator obviously operates the clock at East Rankin on a regular basis, and the clock system here is different. I'm sure getting the 0.7 is different.
Yeah, now they're calling in some MC personnel to come provide an assist. Yeah. So we got action stopped with time yet to be determined, but it's more than 8 seconds and less than 1:37. We know that. But I think Ronnie's right. I think they're trying to get it at 13.7.
I've heard them talking back and forth, and that's the time that they've decided. Leake's going to have to make. They're shooting 2 now, not 1 and 1. So if they make, either way, it's going to be a 2-possession game with 13 seconds. Hartfield does have timeouts. You can conceivably, it's not over, but the house money is going. Saying Leake holds on, is going to face either Jackson Prep or Bowling Green in the finals. At this point, they ought to just run the clock, and by the time they get it, they could get it to close enough.
Yeah.
Well, I just turn it on. There they go. They got it cleared.
I'm tempted to take the timeout, but as soon as I take you away, they'll put the ball into play. So I'm going to resist that temptation. Stay with us when the clock hits 0 for the Wendy's postgame. We'll wrap this up.
for whatever reason, the clock is not cooperating with the normal operator.
Now everybody's booing, Leake fans and Hartfield fans. We didn't come here to watch people play with the clock
Something tells me he's going to get a standing ovation when it gets right, though. So,
so now some Mississippi College personnel are coming in. Somebody's about 2 steps shy of taking their fist and just banging it one time like we used to do on the TV. But our score, 51-47. Leake led by 9 at the break, led by 2, just 2 at the end of the third quarter. And it's been solid free throw shooting. Morgan Freeney and Miriam Prince and Katie Jones.
Teams to their benches for a second while they work this out.
So
Chris Chance, the director from the MAIS, is on the scene now, and
well, they've had a plenty of time. If the clock will move, they could have taken it from 137 down to 13.7 a long
now
time
they got
ago.
it to 0.9.
Leake fans will like that, yeah. The Leake students like that. That's not where it's going to stay. And all the Hartfield people are booing. So, someone needs to play the Jeopardy music. We need, they don't run, they only run music at halftime and between games from the scorers table. And we're little 2 riser levels above that, but I'm looking straight down the midcourt line, so I can only see the back of people's heads who are working on it. Now it's at 9.7, and that may be where it is, and Coach Ingram says that's okay.
Maybe that's what they were saying all along. Instead of 13.7 was 9.7.
So after all that, we return to action. Leake up by 4 with 9.7 seconds. Rebel basketball.
Imagine Hartfield's going to go for a steal and then a quick foul. They have number 20 back at playing free safety. Again, this should be not very difficult to get in. As I say that, they foul.
Into Freeney, nearly a held ball, but they called a foul on Smith. She didn't like the call, and that was close.
That could have gone either way there, but in that situation, the officials are looking for a foul and called it. Nobody on the line for Leake. They're going to let Freeney shoot 2.
Freeney is 6 of 7. Now 7 of 8. Boy, she makes it look easy. Silky, smooth.
Such a nice release. Perfect rotation. Comes off of her fingers. Really nice. Same.
That one bounces off the left side and off. 6 seconds. 5. Just time for one more shot, and it's an air ball, but and a catch and put back for 2 by Hooten before the buzzer. But that's the final. Leake Academy wins 52-49. And we're going to go to Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Your Rebels have punched a ticket to the championship round. And they keep the winning streak, now 7 games over Hartfield. But, boy, it was quite a battle through the second half. And we'll tell you all about it on the Wendy's postgame, so don't go anywhere. We'll bring it to you as Leake Academy basketball continues. Rebels win it 52-49.
Piggly Wiggly in Carthage is cheering on their Leake Rebels. When you don't have time to prepare food, they do. Give them a call and let the bakery and deli fix you up with delicious tailgate trays so you can hit the road with lots of goodies. Piggly Wiggly appreciates their hometown and wishes all players and cheerleaders a safe and successful season. If you can't make the game, Piggly Wiggly in Carthage. Go, Rebels, go!
Is your home in need of a facelift? Byers Furniture in downtown Philadelphia is your one-stop shop for all your home needs. Mattresses by Ashley, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. Kitchen and laundry appliances by GE. Living room, bedroom, and dining room by Ashley, Riverside, and Universal. And don't forget the famous Made in America Lazy Boy recliners in stock and ready to deliver from Byers Furniture. Byers Furniture has all the big city name brands, but with small town prices and personal customer service we've provided you since 1953. Come in today and let us show you all we have to offer at 319 Bird Avenue in Philadelphia.
Get top dollar for your timber and the least possible damage to your property with Welch Forest Products in Union. Professionals in forestry care, management, and cutting. Welch Forest Products provide final harvesting, pine plantation thinning, and site preparation and care. They buy land with or without timber. Welch Forest Products. Call Bo Welch at 601-774-8200. Welch Forest Products in Union.
State championship number 21.
Junction and Prince Oil, the fuel of champions. As you travel to the game, shop and fuel up with those who share your passion for community and Leake Academy Rebel basketball.
Nothing but net, Junction 3.
For over 60 years, Junction and Prince Oil has been fueling Central Mississippi and champions like the Leake Academy Rebels.
Drive like a champion with locations in Carthage, Philadelphia, Oxford, Newton, Scuba, Ridgeland, Louisville, and Union.
Put some Junction in your next function with their catering too.
Nothing but net, Junction 3.
Junction and Prince Oil, the fuel of champions.
Boswell Media Sports.
Philip Povertree back with you as we start Wendy's postgame. LA wins the semifinal game 52-49 over Hartfield and punches a ticket to the MAIS overall championship game Wednesday at 6 o'clock against the other semifinal winner. That game going to tip off shortly here between Bowling Green and Jackson Prep. But we're going to start Wendy's postgame with a postgame interview from Coach Amanda Hatch. Coach, thanks for joining us and congratulations.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Well, Coach, in this ball game, Rebels led by 9 at the half, led by as many as 11 late in the second half, and I thought a big thing in this ball game in both halves, our ability to get to the free throw line and take those opportunities, and cash them in was a big part of the victory today.
That's right. I thought we did a great job of attacking the basket, not being afraid of their big presence inside, being aware of that, but to take advantage of the great moves and ball handlers that we have at getting to the rim and finishing. And then when we were able to kick it out, we made some shots.
Yep, and the shots, some outside shots in the first half, but thought the team did a great job attacking the basket late in the ball game. And certainly Hartfield did look like they threw in every possible defensive combination to make it hard for our guards. But my friend Ronnie Rogers sitting in as color just kept talking about the quality of guard play, both with and without the basketball, and I know you'd agree 100%.
Yeah, our guards do a great job of protecting the basketball, making great decisions, shooting it, handling it, and our post players did a good job tonight on rebounding and making a couple of baskets as well.
Talk a little bit about Katie Jones's play. I think she played all 32 minutes today, and I mentioned to the radio audience carrying some heaviness, heavy heart. Her grandmother died over the weekend, and we mentioned that. Certainly extend our sympathies to her. But talk about Katie's play against some big low post players.
Right. And in pretty much every game she's going to be outsized in height and width, but just because she's so slender and all that. And so she's used to it. That's good for her. She's played against it all season, so there's nothing different. I thought at halftime, I sort of challenged her. I was like, look, we've got to keep the ball out of 30's hands a little bit more. You're doing great. I know she's good. I know she's big. We're going to help you from the backside, but work harder. And I thought her mental toughness today in light of the loss of her grandmother was just incredible.
Yeah, and certainly you hope in a situation like that, a player, certainly, this is not a video game, and these are not robots. These are real flesh and blood human beings, and these are high school girls, and that emotion is there, but you hope they can learn to turn that in a direction that helps them in something that's really important to them.
That's right, and she really did, and I'm sure she's going to be thankful for her teammates for helping her, push through.
Yeah, and it was, and two players that I saw do a lot of good things. And really we can talk about everybody before it's all said and done, but still, Emery Warren and KK, Alan K. Wilcox certainly are a big part of the glue of this ball club.
That's right. They do little things that maybe you don't notice, like reversing the basketball or stepping up and getting rebounds here and there, or guarding, the other team's best guard or whatever, post player. And so they just do the little things that help.
And then, mentioning the guard play, Freeney, Prince, and Maxey as well. I thought Grace did a lot of good things.
Yeah, she did. She finally got going. She struggled shooting a little bit, but she finally found the net.
Now, one thing we'll point out, and then we'll let you go, just 7 turnovers in a ball game of this magnitude on this big a stage.
That's right.
15 turnovers for the Hawks, but just 7 for the Rebels. I know you're proud of that.
I am. That comes from confidence. And I was a little bit worried with their length and their athleticism. I thought we would struggle and let them tip passes and stuff, but we really did a good job of protecting the ball, shorten up our passes, and going to meet the ball on the pass.
Well, Coach, we know this. There's one more ball game left.
There's one more.
And it'll be against Jackson Prep or Bowling Green. So we look forward to being here with you Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Coach Amanda Hatch joining us. And we'll continue the Wendy's postgame. We'll take another postgame break and then come back and wrap this up with the stats and set you up for Wednesday. Leake Academy wins 52-49. And stay with us as Leake Academy playoff basketball continues.
Almost 50 years ago, Jack Kahn opened Philadelphia Gun & Pawn as the first licensed pawn shop in Philadelphia. They understand what it is to have hard times and not know where to turn when you need money. That's why Philadelphia Gun & Pawn is the best choice when you need a pawn shop you can trust. You can be assured that they will handle your business professionally and that they strive for customer satisfaction. Philadelphia Gun & Pawn, 910 Posey Avenue, next to the post office in Philadelphia.
T&K Farms Wood-Mizer is Mississippi's Wood-Mizer sawmill equipment dealership. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer sells the complete Wood-Mizer equipment line from small personal sawmills to the industrial equipment lineup. T&K Farms stocks parts and has experienced factory-trained service technicians with both in-shop and mobile service available. See T&K Farms Wood-Mizer to start your sawmill business today. Credit cards are accepted for all services. Like them on Facebook. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer, just off Highway 25 at 1128 Liberty Road, Louisville, 662-803-4332.
At Webb Law Firm, we can provide legal assistance or advice to you for any legal matter: personal injury, auto accident, insurance matters, workers' comp, divorce, or real estate. Attorney Jeff Webb and paralegal Alicia Manuel of Webb Law Firm are ready to assist you. Call our office today to discuss your case or legal matter at no charge. 601-267-9762. Or stop by our office at 203 South Pearl Street. Webb Law Firm in Carthage. Ready to assist you.
Boswell Media Sports.
Final segment of the Wendy's postgame from the A.E. Wood Coliseum at Mississippi College. Leake Academy wins the girls' semifinal 52-49, defeating Hartfield. Hartfield season ends with their 7th loss in 35 ball games, 28-7 for an outstanding 6A team. They were the number 2 team coming out of 6A, and it looks like the Rebels will play either the number 1 team out of 6A, Jackson Prep, or the number 2 team out of 5A, Bowling Green. We'll bring you that game live from the Coliseum. It will be audio only. We're not allowed by MAIS to video stream these ball games, but we will bring it to you like we've done this one. And we'll be on the air about a quarter till, thereabouts, about 5:45, 5:50. So just join us. We'll be on Kicks 96, and we'll be on the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel with the audio broadcast like we've done today in our high-quality audio format. But in this ball game, Leake led 24-15 at the half, but a strong third quarter by the Hawks made it a 2-point ball game as 19-12. The Hartfield Hawks outscore the Rebels in the third quarter, but LA was able to keep it together and outscore the opponent 16-13 in the final period. 16-15 in the final period, and get the 3-point victory. Team stats look like this. Rebels shoot poorly today for the ball game. 8 out of 30 from the field, made only 8 shots from the field. And I'm sorry, I'm looking at the halftime one. There we go. But still, they shot poorly. 14 out of 51. I knew 30 didn't look right. 14 out of 51. That's just 27.5%, and just 4 for 23 from 3-point range. 17.5%. Hartfield shoots 33%, 17 of 51, and they were respectable at the 3-point line. Didn't take a whole lot of threes, but made 5 out of 16. But here's the difference in the ball game I was talking about with Coach Amanda Hatch in the previous segment. The Rebels get to the line 31 times and make 20, 65%, and just 10 out of 16 for Hartfield. So they doubled the number of free throws made, number of free throws attempted. Rebounds, Rebels were -9 as Hartfield out-rebounds the Rebels 40-31. But the turnover category offset that disadvantage as the Rebels turn it over only 7 times and have 10 assists in the game. 15 turnovers at the break, and 15 turnovers and just 8 assists. Rebels had 5 blocks in the game and 7 steals. Individual scoring, Nyla Hooten leads the Hawks with 13. Avery Smith with 9. Reagan Tucker with 8. Mania Womack had 6. Harley Grace Sensing, who's a big scorer for them, had just 3, and 2 for Caitlin Elliott. Avery Rushing and Macy Shelton came into the ball game but didn't score. For LA, it was 19 from Miriam Prince, 12 from Freeney, and Freeney was 2 for 12 from the field, but she was sparkling 7 of 9 from the free throw line. She had 5 rebounds. Miriam Prince with a double-double, 19 points and 11 boards. Katie Jones was just 1 score away from a double-double, 9 points, 11 rebounds for Katie. 7 for Emery Warren off 2 for 8 shooting and 2 for 4 at the free throw line. 5 for Grace Maxey. And then Alan K. Wilcox and Alan K. Wilcox played in the ball game. She did not enter the scoring column. I was just looking at an error there. But LA led it by as many as 11, gets the 3-point win, and that sends us to the ball game on Wednesday. So we're going to take one more break and come back and wrap things up as LA wins 52-49. Wendy's postgame continues on Boswell Media Sports.
Flu shots are now at Premier Medical Clinic in Kosciuszko and Carthage and Trace Urgent Care. An annual seasonal flu vaccine is the best way to reduce the chances that you'll get the seasonal flu and spread it to others. When more people get vaccinated against the flu, less flu can spread through our community. Protect yourself and your family from the flu. No appointment is needed for flu shots. Just walk in and they will see you shortly. Premier Medical Clinic in Kosciuszko and Carthage, and Trace Urgent Care in Kosciuszko.
If you want to get the best in sportswear and gear, check out In Sports. In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia, offers screen printing with personalized jerseys, t-shirts, and fan wear to support your favorite team. In Sports also has customizable vinyl gear for spring sports like baseball and softball, as well as plaques and trophies. Looking for sports equipment? In Sports has that too. In Sports believes in giving the best possible customer service with in-town deliveries. Get ready for this sports season with In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
All right, back to wrap it up. We're planning right now to be on Kicks 96, but check the social media outlets for Leake Academy and for Boswell Media Sports. We'll update that and confirm that. What we know is this, a 6 o'clock tip-off for the overall championship. Rebels, the 5A championship champions, trying to go back-to-back. And they'll play either Bowling Green or Jackson Prep, who will tip off in about 4 minutes on this court. And that's good reason for us to scoot out of the way. Thank you all for listening. Thanks, Billy Steen, for your work in the studio. Thanks for Breck for a lot of early morning work today, getting us ready for this broadcast. For BMO, for Laura, Lisa, everybody involved with Boswell Media Sports. Appreciate the team effort here and our good MAIS friends here at Mississippi College. So on behalf of all of them, this is Philip Palmertree. And I need to thank Ronnie Rogers sitting in for us today. I thought he added a lot to the broadcast. Hope you enjoyed that. But join me on Wednesday, and we'll play for the overall championship. Leake Academy trying to go back-to-back. Don't miss it until we're together again on Wednesday evening. This is Philip Palmertree signing off from Clinton. LA wins 52-49. We'll see you on Wednesday. Until then, grace and peace, and go Rebels.